Hello and welcome to the Astrology and Spirituality show for Friday, the 5th of February. The moon today continues in the deep and penetrative Scorpio, but it's linking with the modern ruler of Scorpio, which is Pluto. And Pluto is in the sign of Capricorn still, where it's been since 2008. It will emerge briefly in 2023 before returning back to Capricorn and then moving into Aquarius for a longer stretch from 2024. What does this combination mean? Well, I think it's going to give us a real extra dimension to our perception. So if we have an instinctive feel for a situation today, I think the key is to trust what that instinct is telling us, because Pluto can be about hidden things. And the moon in Scorpio can be very analytical, not necessarily in an outgoing way, but our inner perceptions, I think, can be enhanced quite a lot by this particular combination. Alisa, what cards have you chosen for today?
Today we're using the Tarot de Marcel cards to see what spiritual message comes up for our Friday. Thank you for your kind comments yesterday with our blooper that I didn't edit out.
But that wasn't intentional.
It wasn't intentional, no. I thought I had, but hey. Mercury retrograde. Okay, the card that comes up here is the Tower. So it's not the easiest card to come up. You know, sometimes the Tower can represent things outside affecting us, sort of our internal world. Usually this is because the things that were in place in our life in the first place were not built on a solid foundation. We sometimes get warning signs when this card appears. If we trace that breadcrumb trail back, we can see that there maybe was signs that perhaps a relationship wasn't working out.
Or someone was very unpredictable,
yeah,
or shook our security.
Exactly. But it's just important to note that this is, you know, a part of that cycle within our life, that we will get through it. It is a major arcana card. So yes, it can represent something big happening in our lives, but if we think about the major arcana's journey, it goes from the Fool right through to the World, and this is another milestone in that Fool's journey. So that journey represents all of our lives, all of these milestones that we all go through. Something better does come after it, but it can mean it is a little bit jarring when we can see this card.
Yeah, because sometimes security comes from a sense of predictability in a way, and there's lots of us that don't like complete predictability because we like a degree of excitement, or if we have that predictability, we're bored. So perhaps the Tower card, in a way, could it be that we almost in a subconscious way are desiring some kind of change?
A bit of a shake-up, yeah, definitely. Usually this card is something that happens outside of our control, though, and that's why it's not always easy, because we don't always instigate that change when this card comes up. But that doesn't mean that change isn't good in the long term.
Right, so something could be instigated against our will at that moment, but actually that could lead to something better longer term.
Definitely.
And usually it's when there has been something lurking in the background that has been, perhaps pointing towards some instability, suddenly gets acted out.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
So in terms of the Tower being to do with property, could it be that if someone's renting a property, the landlord doesn't renew the lease in quite the way they expect, or the house that we aspire to buy in, suddenly it's no longer available? Can it be that type of thing as well?
Yeah, it can, anything to do with our security, like you said, anything to do with how we sort of feel, safe within our lives. The Tower is this shake-up of all of those structures. It could be that, for example, our job changes, our relationship status changes. But like we said before, sometimes those things are really good. And I think the card we pulled last week, the Two of Swords, was talking about us making a choice. And we said if we didn't make the choice could be made for us. Well, that's very much what happens with the Tower. Sometimes this choice gets made for us, but we've got to make the most of what we can salvage from that wreckage, if you like, and use that as something new moving forwards.
So with the moon in a sextile with Pluto today, if, as Elisa suggests with the Tower card, something does come up today that's a bit unexpected, what that astrological combination is asking us to do is just really analyse the details and really try to understand what the total context is of a potential change that comes up. So if you'd like to check out your free daily horoscope, please see below. If you're yet to subscribe to our channel, we'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. But for now, from the A team, it is
Goodbye from him.
and it's goodbye from her. Goodbye.
Goodbye.